to get the result, but I'm looking forward to the challenge ahead.
Challenging conditions indeed under the captaincy-led for Ollie Pope. Alongside me, Amir Sohail and David Gower, both I'm sure were thoroughly impressed by either of these openers. Shan Masood first.
Yep. He worked hard initially, and once he got the measure of the pitch, measure of the bowling, got his bearing right.
Yeah, look at the strike rates. Very, very positive, especially when the spin came on. And likewise for Abdullah Shafiq, but for Shan Masood, this is vital. As a captain, you want to lead from the front. As a captain, you want to make it run. He hasn't done that in the way he'd like to so far. This is a big start to a big series. Had the odd little bit of luck, which of course, when you look back on it, makes all the difference. But at the other end, Abdullah Shafiq, apart from trying to run himself out once, when he settled down as well, his speciality is timing. Likes to just use the length. That was a lovely way to go to 50. 47. Next ball, he runs down and it strikes it sweetly, and a deserved celebration. But I mean, the key for both men now is after a good start like that, day one, both men need big scores, the team needs a big score, and then you can start to dominate again. But this has been a very, very well played innings so far. As I say, that one little blip trying to run himself out, never a good idea.
Yeah, he really worked hard, and what really impressed me about these two batters, they were getting out in a similar fashion against Bangladesh. Shan Masood was trying to play towards the square on the offside with a vertical bat swing, and he was able to scratch the ball quite a few times, and Abdullah Shafiq was playing away from the body. Both of them put restraints, and that's why they have looked good.
I think, in a sense, looking at that tinge of green in the pitch first thing, just heightens the awareness. So that instead of looking at a flat pitch thinking there are runs to be taken, you think we've got to work hard here just in case something happens. And for the first 2 or 3 overs, 3 or 4 overs, there was a little bit of movement in the air, a little tiny something off the pitch, but not much. And then, of course, things settle down. So once you've seen through that first, whatever it is, 30, 40, 45 minutes, and you start to get the timing, you start to get the feel for the pitch, that's when you should be able to settle down, settle in, and book yourself in for a long stay. But of course, it's been a good morning for Pakistan, definitely their morning. What they absolutely need now is to build on that foundation. It needs a good start to the afternoon. Don't want to lose 2 or 3 wickets quickly. You want to make sure that these two settle in again. Whoever opens the bowling, whoever starts the bowling in this afternoon session, these two need just to settle in. They know the pace of the pitch, they know the bounce of the pitch already, and so then they can decide after that what sort of pace they want to play this game at.
Another thing Pakistan achieved with this partnership, if there were any frayed nerves in the dressing room, they have disappeared. Because Pakistani batting lineup has been struggling, especially Babar Azam. He's been off the boil for a while now. He's due for runs. So, yes, you're spot on. They have to eke out more with this partnership, Pakistani batters. And that will have the English captain saddled with so many worries. He's persisting with the young fast bowler after lunch.
I think from Pakistan's point of view, they've gotten the starts, they've done the rebuilding, 114-run partnership. And in that first session, they saw all of the 5 frontline bowlers off England already bowl, albeit Jack Lee just with the 1 over. Joe Root, yes, another potential option that might come into play as well. But they've had a look at the first frontline bowlers off England. So many times you see either side of a break, just a lapse in concentration. So, like you say, David, just take a few overs, get nerves back in, once again restart. does well. It's a short ball ploy with his pace. Bryden Cast has been asked to bang it in short with that field set on the leg side. So far, Sean's played the short ball well.
Yeah, talking about this field placing, I've got a question for David Garr. What would you be asking your bowler to bowl? It's a very fine third man, a kind of wideish third man, gully, and then you have three fielders behind square on the onside.
And the answer to your question, Professor, it's signalling something short. How can I put this? Something short. So basically you're covering any uppish pull or hook shot. If you, as a left-hander, sway inside, or you somehow get it fine down towards third man, you've got that man on the boundary, you've got an orthodox third man, or third, as they like to say nowadays as well. Round the wicket ploy now as well, so which tends to angle at the batsman more effectively.
Struck hard to the left of Joe Root. Not a lot of gaps. You look at that field on the leg side, and like the two gentlemen next to me have alluded to, it's a short ball. Trying to cramp Sean for room, because you look at third, is very fine behind the keeper. Rest assured, there won't be a lot of full pitch stuff. If anything, asking Sean must to drive down the ground. The field set very square. Similar field for Abdullah Shafiq as well.
He's so comfortable, Abdullah Shafiq, with that length. He started to use the depth of the crease. He's moving back. That's good for Pakistan.
This has to be a short burst. There are two things. One is you don't want to, as an England captain, overwork Bryden Cast under these middle of the day hot conditions. Secondly, even more so when you're bowling short consistently, because the extra effort banging it into a plastic surface takes a lot from a bowler, and we're only 1 over into an afternoon session, 2 long sessions still to come. So it's a short burst, it's a short burst tactic, and it's one of those things that from both batsmen's point of view, be it Abdullah, be it Shan, you've got just to see it through.
Especially with the fact both the Pakistani batters are batting beautifully against the spinners. They're not letting them settle down. So it's highly imperative for a captain to be intelligent. It's 123 for 1.
What a Chan Masood in that previous over just signaled to the umpires that he needs a little bit of attention. Hence why Cliffy Dick and the team physio has just walked out, hoping it's just the heat more than anything else. It is sweltering. It's absolutely scorching out there. Temperatures nearing 40 degrees.
Only 40 degrees.
Yeah, just about. Just about. Well, the two of you that were there at the top of the show with Zainab Abbas, you had the hat on, DG. Amir, you decided to take the sun on. Rethink that in your next outing?
Well, it's tomorrow, I think. I don't have to think too far. It's going to be the left arm spinner. both these batters are batting with a royal touch.
Jack Leach now into his second over. One slip, short leg, close in. It'll be interesting to see how Sean in particular faces Jack Leach. They decided to take Shoaib Bashir on and did it quite magnificently. Mid-on, long on rather, on the boundary, mid-off up in the ring. He's used his feet well throughout the day, Sean.
When you have a deep mid-on in place, long on, as a spinner, you're looking to fly the ball. You want the ball to dip on the batsman, beat them in the flight. But it's all flat at the moment, just darting the ball in.
Have you not seen Jack before?
Well, I have. But when you ball on turning tracks, yes, this pace is all right. But if you're not as a spinner, getting the pitch or the surface to respond, you have to bowl it slower.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it when he bowled his obligatory over before lunch, that when you start like this with that man in the deep, all you need is one slightly over pitch, a bit of a gentle nudge, you pick up one for free. So it's a free run. Got the man out of deep mid-wicket as well, so if Sean wants to think eventually about forcing the pace, well, that's okay, that slows him down. But the contrast between the two spinners, Bashir bowled with the men up, okay, so both batsmen took him on, both played very aggressively. Leach always goes to this defensive mode almost straight away. It's what keeps him comfortable. And when I've seen him, he's so resistant to flight. You know, he likes that consistency of trajectory, of pace, of length. It's what seems to keep him comfortable. Then if you go back to the UK, go back to Taunton, his home city, home ground, Somerset, where turns